Afternoon, we are going to find the area of parallelograms and triangles. So it says, what is the area of the parallelogram? We know that the base measurement is equal to 5 inches, and we also know that the height equals 4 inches. So to find the area, the formula is the base measurement times the height. So the area is going to be 5 times 4. So in this case, it's going to be 20 inches squared, or squared inches. So to find the area of this parallelogram, it's going to be the base measurement times the height. Here we notice that the parallelogram is kind of slanted, but we're still given the height, and we're still given the base measurement. The base measurement is 2 centimeters, and the height is given as 3.5 centimeters. So the area of the parallelogram is going to be base times height. In this case, it's going to be 3.5 times 2. So the area is going to be 7 centimeters squared, or squared centimeters. Okay, what I'd like for you to do is go ahead and pause, and I want you to find the area of the parallelogram with a base of 12 meters and a height of 9 meters. So I would probably begin by drawing the parallelogram. So here is the length, and I'm going to say that's going to be 12. And just a rough draft. So it's 12, and the height, in this case, it's 9 meters. So what you should have done is you should have multiplied 12 meters times the height, which in this case it's 9 meters. And so I'm going to write A equals, and we know it's going to be the base times the height. And this should be 12 times 9, which will be 108 meters squared. It says for parallelogram ABCD, what is DE to the nearest tenth? So first you need to understand that we're looking for the height of the trapezoid. Of course, it is in one direction, and we're looking for this distance, right? But we can always rotate this parallelogram to where this over here will be the height of the parallelogram. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the area. So we have base times height. So in this case, the base will be, since I'm rotating, it's 13 inches. And the height is 9 inches. So what you have to do is you have to multiply 13 times 9, and I'm going to do this real quickly. 13 times 9, which gives you 117. So I already know that the area of this figure is 117. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the area formula again. But in this time, I'm going to use this as my base measurement. In this case, it's going to be 9.4 inches. Now, what's missing is the height. In this case, we call it the distance from D to E. We already know the area, so it's going to be 117 inches squared is equal to 9.4 inches times DE. And since we're going to use our algebra skills, so we're going to divide. both sides by 9.4 inches. 9.4 inches. I'm going to go ahead and do this on the side. So I have 117 divided by 9.4. So the distance of DE is approximately, and it's around to the nearest tenth, so it's going to be 12.4 inches. Okay, I want you to pause the video and try to do the next one on your own. So here's my parallelogram. It has 15 centimeters on this side, 18 centimeters on this side, and I'm going to use this 9 centimeters for the base. For the base, it has 15 centimeters, so it's going to be 9 times 15 centimeters, which gives me 135 centimeters. I'm going to use this again to figure out this height. So the second area equals base times height. We know the area is going to be the same, so it's going to be 135 centimeters squared. Now the base is different. The base is 18 centimeters. So we're using this base, and we're using this height, and this is the height that we don't know. That is the height that's missing. So I'm going to say H. Next, since we're multiplying, we're going to go ahead and divide by 18 centimeters. It's going to be 135 divided by 18. So the height is 7.5 centimeters. So this height, and using this base, this height would be 7.5 centimeters. This right here is 9 centimeters and 15, and that was the first area that we used, or that's the first area that we found. We used it in our second way of finding area using this height. So it's 18 times the height, we don't know, and we figured it out, so it's 7.5. It says you want to make a triangular sail like the one on the right. How many square feet material do you need? So this is 12 feet and 2 inches. This is 13 feet and 4 inches. 2 inches. I'm going to convert this all to inches. So I know there's 12 inches in a foot, so it's going to be 12 times 12, which gives you 144. So this will be 146, the height of the triangle. It's 146 inches. Now, the base is 13 feet, so it's going to be 13 times 12. 156 plus 4, which gives you 160. Now to find the area, because that's what you have to find, the material that you need to make a sail it's going to be considered area. It's going to be the base times the height, and then it's divided by 2. So you're going to get 146 times 160, and you divide it by 2. It gives you 11,680 square inches, right, of material. Now, if you want it to be in feet, then we would have started with feet, but I'm just going to go ahead and say 11,680 square inches. Okay. This is how many square inches is a triangle. So once again, you have base times height divided by 2. 1 foot is 12 inches, so you have to convert. So you have 5 inches times 12 inches divided by 2. So we know that 5 times 12 is 60. So it's 30 square inches. a composite figure, and if you want to find the area, then you got to make sure that you label all your dimensions. So that's 4 centimeters right there. Composite means that you're going to have more than one area. So for example, the area of the triangles, it's going to be base times height divided by 2. So if I said this triangle here, I'm going to say triangle A, it's 3 times 4 divided by 2. So 3 times 4 is 12, divided by 2 is 6. And here's triangle B. Now, you notice it has the same dimensions, 3 by 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to multiply by 2. So that's going to be 12 centimeters squared. And this is the area for the two triangles. This is the area for the two triangles. Now, the other one, the other figure is a parallelogram. And we know that it's going to be the base times the height. So in this case, we know that the height, if we look at like this, we look at the parallelogram like this, we know that the height is 6 centimeters times the base, which is 4 centimeters. So it's 24 centimeters squared. Now to find the composite area, and composite means to put together. So in this case, if you're going to put together, it's going to be 26 centimeters squared.